What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? Greetings from Podcastville. It's Tuesday, January 12th. Let me tell you something. From Jersey, I'm letting you know, DraftKings is where it's at. The joint is brought to you by motherfucking DraftKings. I don't know if you watched football this weekend. You know, there was some pushes, whatnot, couple upsets, but there's money to be made. Sports are in full swing right now. There's no shortage of action. You got college basketball, you got pro basketball, you got NFL football. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. To celebrate the playoffs, DraftKings is giving all new players a great offer. Grab a pen. Get ready for this one, cocksuckers. This weekend, bet on any football game at 100-1 odds. That's right. All you got to do is bet $1 on any football game this weekend for a chance to win $100. Plus, the basketball season is tipped off. So head to the DraftKings app right now and check out that daily odds boost. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app today, right now, while you're fucking around. Use promo code JOEY when you sign up to get 100-1 odds on any football team this weekend. That's code JOEY for new players to get a shot at $100 on any football game this weekend. Do you understand what I'm fucking offering you, cocksuckers? For a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Now, here's the part the lawyers make me say. You know it already. Got to be 21 or older. If you're younger than 21, go fuck yourself. Go play dice on a corner or something. You shouldn't be fucking gambling. Indiana, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Colorado, you're all in. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Now, if you got a gambling problem, there's help. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. If you're in Indiana, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. But if we're gambling like a motherfucker, it's DraftKings Sportsbook app time. Use code Joey and cash in on this deal. The joint is also brought to you by ZipRecruiter. For a lot of us, our home is now more than just our home. It's our fucking office. We do everything out of the house. Record, gym, school, fucking, Jesus Christ. If you're a business owner or manage people these days, your home might also be your hiring office. That's where ZipRecruiter comes in. You don't want nobody coming over to your house to talk to you about a fucking job. ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster and easier because you can do it all at one convenient place. ZipRecruiter.com/church. No matter where you're hiring from, ZipRecruiter does the work for you. And right now, try ZipRecruiter for free. Joey, what are you talking about? For free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/church. CHURCH. That's ZipRecruiter.com/church. CHURCH. And all you need is Wi-Fi to try it for free. That easy. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/church. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. The joint is also brought to you by one of my personal favorites, CBD Lion. And for the last 2 days, I've been living off this. 2 weeks before my surgery, I stopped taking baby aspirin. I stopped eating the CBD gummies. I stopped it all because I wanted it to hit me harder after the surgery. And I got to tell you something, after 2 days. I eat gummies for pain management, and then I pop a pain pill. I eat gummies for pain management, then I eat a pain pill. That's been my schedule the last 2 days. I've been rubbing this on my knee. CBD Lion is exceptional. Whether it's a kinesiology tape, bathing a bath ball in your tub, vapor, however you want to put CBD in, CBD Lion is going to help you. Go to CBD Lion right now and look at the third-party lab test results. And read about terpenes, read about CBN, read about what's available to you and you don't know about. Okay? So go to CBDLion.com and press in Joey and get 20% off delivered right to your fucking crib. Who does that for you? Nobody. That's how we're starting off the year. All right? That's it and that's that. Let's get this fucking party started. Candles lit, you little dirty cocksuckers. Beautiful. Hey, look who it is. What's happening, cocksuckers?
Check 1, 2. Welcome to Uncle Joey's Joint.
What's happened, you bad motherfuckers? It's Tuesday the 12th. First off, I'm very sorry we had to move the podcast from Monday to Tuesday. Yesterday was just too heavy of a day. I had physical therapy. I had a bunch of shit, So we got to do it at night. I'm happy I'm here. Thank you for all the tweets and the Facebook messages and the Patreon messages. You guys hit it out of the park. When I got out of surgery, I looked on my computer. I'm like, these motherfuckers, they're relentless. I was in so much fucking pain. But hey, it was a great weekend. I got it over with. If you guys know anything about me, I hate doctors and hospitals more than I hate broccoli. You know what I'm saying? Like broccoli and cauliflower. You ever show up with broccoli around me, I walk right out of the fucking room. I hate how it fucking smells. But I fucking hate the whole experience. But once I'm in the car, I had to do this. I had to do this just to get healthier, And it was so funny what came to me in the hospital. So Thursday night, I didn't know my surgery time. I had no idea what my surgery time was. They said they'd call after 4 on Thursday and tell me, which is like, what the fuck, I'm in suspense all fucking day. Mercy comes home from school about 4:30. My wife, they come downstairs. They come to the garage. We're talking downstairs. Mercy's sitting on the steps. Terry's sitting in the step under her. And they called. And they were like, you got to be in at 9 o'clock. Your surgery's scheduled for 10. We're not recommending it, but we understand if you want to go home, but we're recommending that you stay the night so we could watch you. We have better eyes on you, blah, blah, blah. I got off the phone with them and I told my wife and Mercy, I go, yeah, they're going to want me to stay. And all of a sudden my daughter's face just went pale. And she started crying. I was going to miss her birthday. It was fucking terrible. I got upset, and then, I calmed her down. I talked to her a little bit. She was scared. She was scared for her dad. It broke my fucking heart. So what we did was we got a birthday cake Thursday night, and we celebrated her birthday, a little Carvel cake. We each had a little piece, and we hung out all night. I let her stay up late with me, and, I was really concerned about it. She just doesn't like that shit at all. She doesn't even like when I changed the setting. And she saw the stitches last night. She ran out. She don't like none of that shit at all. She wouldn't even pick me up at the hospital. She's like, I don't want to see Dad like that. So I can't tell you how I felt all weekend. The surgery, they tried to stick the needle in my hand first, the intravenous, and it didn't work. I almost fainted. It went into my arm nice and fucking whatever. The little nurse's assistant, great guy. He's like, I've been doing this for 9 years. I never seen a man sweat so much. I was sweating fucking profusely. That I put the bed upside down so the blood could go to my head. But after that, I got to be honest with you, it was great. Then they hit you with a couple by-the-ways. They're like, the anesthesiology's going to come in. Nice guy. Comes in, sweetheart of a guy. Everybody was a sweetheart. So that at least soothed my fucking nerves. You guys know I'm a nervous fucking dude. The anesthesiologist guy came in. He goes, listen, we're going to put you out and shit, but before you go out, we got to do an epidural shot in your fucking spine. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Now, a week earlier, New Year's Eve, I was at a house, and one of the chicks is a nurse's assistant, like a doctor's assistant, a little higher than a nurse, and she goes, they're going to give you an epidural block, right? And I'm like, I fucking hope not. I saw my wife get one, and I saw my ex-wife. I listened to this. When I had my first kid in 1990, my wife was one of those fucking hippie chicks. And she's like, I'm going to have the baby natural, all that shit. After 1 hour at the natural place, she cracked. When they put that up, and I walked into the room, and I saw the blood coming out of her back from the needle, and I went down. That's what I associate an epidural block with. And then about 2 years ago, my wife's back was hurting her, and she did the Joe Rogan treatment, and they had to do an epidural block there. And I went with her. That's what husbands do. And I was holding on to her hand. I could feel the pain. So when they told me epidural block, dog, I started looking at my sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck this shit. I ain't getting no needle. But he goes, I give you my word. You're going to be so fucking numb at that point. You're not even going to feel it. So when they got me all prepped up with everything, guys, I got to tell you the most embarrassing thing. I'm old. My dick has shrunk over the years. But Friday, my dick was the smallest it's ever been in 57.5 years. It went all the way in. I don't know if it was the fear, the fucking drugs they put into me. So I'm on the operating table, and I tell the guy right before they shoot me with the epidural block. The dude was Cuban, the guy that rolled me in. He goes, listen, I go, I gotta pee. And he goes, don't worry about that. If you have to pee during the procedure, we'll stick a tube in your dick, and we'll take it out of your dick that way. And I go, listen, I'm doing enough today. Ain't nobody sticking no tubes in my fucking dick. Let's just do this right now. So I got up, and they gave a girl a bottle, and I had to hold my inch dick. It was this fucking big. The turtleneck, just the wrapping around my dick. It was a nightmare, pulling the skin back and trying to pee into the fucking bottle. I peed on my gown. I mean, it was a fucking nightmare, guys. I remember them sticking a little prick in my back, and I fucking gave a little thing, and that's it. I wish I remembered what happened after that. I blacked out. I don't know if I called them cocksuckers, I told them make America great again. I don't know what I fucking happened after that. All I know is that they turned the lights off at 10:30, and they were wheeling me out. And when I got into the recovery room, it was fucking 4 o'clock. And guys, I had a pain because the epidural block wore off after 2 hours. The surgery lasted 4. So I woke up to fucking a pain that you couldn't even imagine. They even had to shut off a nerve in my leg. They shut off a nerve in your leg, and then they turn it back on or something to eliminate the pain. The dude's like, I'll leave it off. He goes, I know what you're going through. So they started shooting me with a bunch of shit. Demerol. Once I got the Demerol, it was all right. And you know me, I'm like, because you want me to tell you what the sad thing about this is, guys? Guys, I don't eat this shit, but my tolerance is high. My street tolerance is high. So they shot me with Dura, whatever the fuck it is. They had me with 2 Narcos and 2 fucking Percocets. And I still had pain. I was on fire, though. I was on fucking fire. I was fucked up as a can of worms. I sat in recovery for like fucking an hour. Just look, and there was nobody in there. It was just me in recovery and some other poor bastard on the other side. They fixed his foot. His foot was all fucked up. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. That's all we could do the whole time in fucking recovery. And then they're like, you ready to go up to your room? And they put me up in my fucking room. I was starving at that point. They hit me with the motherfucking pasta. It wasn't bad. There was a couple of shrimp in it, but they gave me broccoli. So that pissed me off. A breadstick, non-sugarless applesauce, and fucking apple juice. Tremendous dinner. I ate it. Now, I had 300 milligrams. I had 3. They called to tell me to bring my sleep apnea machine also. So I had to bring my road sleep apnea machine. I have 2 of the same machines. I have one for the house and one I would use for the road. So I went into the bag the night. I haven't used that bag since February 28th. I haven't looked in that bag. Oh my Lord. I looked in that bag the other night. 20 to life, no parole, what was in that bag. They would throw me under the fucking jail. I found shit in that bag. I found 2 hits of acid. Paper acid. Because I always put that bag together so if I got stuck at an airport, I wouldn't be bored and upset. So there was edibles in there. There was fucking anxiety medication in there. Fucking edibles. I mean, there was everything in there. There was a vapor pen in there I hadn't even seen. When was the last time you never saw me smoke a fucking vapor pen? There was a vapor pen.
From back when the acid church days.
Who the fuck? No, because I just used it. I just used it February 28th. This is a compartment I had in there for emergency stuff. Hearing aid batteries, blood, in case you get stuck one night in a hotel, blood pressure medication, all my vitamins. Everything's in there. When I found those 2 hits of little paper acid, I go, that's where you've been. I lost you a year ago, you cocksucker. So I cleaned out the bag, but I also found 200 milligrams. I found edibles in there. I found old edibles in there.
Are they good still?
I threw the cookie away. I wouldn't give the cookie to Lee. You know what I'm saying? I gave Lee molded stars before. We found those molded stars. We ate those fucking things. You know us. We build our immune system. We don't give a fuck, Jack. Good. So I went up to my room, man. They fed me dinner. And I got to be honest with you. I thought I was really going to be unhappy the whole night and be miserable. I mean, I missed my daughter. I missed my wife. I gave my nurse a fucking nickname, blood pressure, because that's all that bitch would do is raise my blood pressure. Every time she came in, it was to bust my balls. One night, the first night I actually, I couldn't sleep. I was in the hospital, and I was prepared for it. I was like, I'm not going to sleep. So I'm going to catch up on some videos, watch some old concerts, Maybe I'll pop an edible, but I told the recovery room chick, I got some edibles. And she goes, how strong are they? I go, 200. She goes, please don't do them in here. She goes, please. So I asked them, when they gave me the dinner, I asked them for the turkey sandwich they always give you at the hospital. Every hospital gives you a fucking turkey sandwich. So they gave me a turkey sandwich, and I left that there to go with applesauce, just in case I did eat the edible at night. I had something to munch on in the middle of the night. I brought some protein powders with me. I was prepared. Some protein things with me from Onnit. Onnit has these peanut butter protein bites that are fucking tremendous. I brought like 10 of those with me. And you know what, man? I probably slept 3 hours that night. She came in. I finally, at one point, like 4, I put the sleep apnea mask on just to force myself to sleep. Do you know this bitch came in? And she goes, Mr. Diaz, we're going to come back and give you blood pressure medication. I go, all right, hurry up. I'm trying to go to sleep here. Fucking hour later, she showed up. I go, I'm just fucking falling asleep, and you got to come in here and break my balls now, blood pressure? She loved it. I kept calling her blood pressure. I had a little gay guy. That was her assistant, the sweetest guy you ever met. Again, I had to pee, so they wanted me to get up. They're like, it's time for you to get up. You can get up, And I go, fuck you, let's do this shit. And I got up. And the chick is behind me, and the little gay guy's in front of me. He's there like 5 minutes. I got my little inch dick in the container. I'm trying to pee, and this guy's looking straight at me, and I'm like, listen, I've done a lot of crazy things. I can't pee in front of this gay guy. I just can't take my dick out and pee in front of this gay guy. I've showed my dick to 1,000 gay guys just to torture them over the years. I'm 58. I can't. Oh, yeah, I would show gay guys my dick all the time. Take a look at this fucking uke of love, cocksucker. But I told him right to his face, I go, dog, I can't pee in front of you. You got to abandon ship. You got me all fucked up here. So he fucking went out, and they told me in the morning they would give me physical therapy and let me go. They came. They got me. They fucking, nice little breakfast, scrambled eggs, nice bacon, a corn muffin, like a doctor. I got up. I fucking, I can't watch TV in the daytime, but whatever was on was on. I was watching something about the American Mafia was on or something on CNN. I was watching that, and they came in like they said. The doctor told me, he goes, listen, if you want to stay, you stay. He goes, if I was you, I'd let us watch you over the night. I have my heart was slow. I've always said this. On August 21st, when we got here on the 19th, I had a mild heart attack because the cavity in my chest hurt for 3 or 4 days. I said, if it hurts past that, I'll go to the fucking doctor. And it didn't hurt past that, so I never went to the doctor. But I'm still, to this day, convinced that I had a mild heart attack. I just didn't. If I would have gone to the hospital and they would have drawn blood, they would have told me I would have had a mild heart attack. So ever since that night, my heart's been beating kind of fucking slow. So they were like, listen, we're a little concerned. They were so concerned that a cardiovascular doctor came in at night and kind of talked to me a little bit. But I could tell there was something he wanted to tell me. But since he's not my heart doctor, he couldn't tell me. But he gave me a card, which proved to me he wanted to tell me something. So I left him a message today to see if he could call me back personally. And after this whole thing's over, I'm switching heart doctors because I'm sure I need a stent, or maybe for them to give me one of those fucking jolts when they put those electrode things in your heart to get your beat back going. Mm-hmm. So listen, man, I got a daughter. 20 years ago, I wouldn't have given a fuck about this thing. I wouldn't have given a fuck about the surgery. I wouldn't have given a fuck about anything. But you know what, man? I want to walk around Great Adventure with her. I want to be able to walk around parks with her and take hikes. I'm a walker. I'm from North Bergen, New Jersey. I think I got up the hill with a fucking scooter? No, you got to fucking walk. So I'm a walker. So for me just to be able to walk 8 minutes now, that breaks my fucking heart. It's embarrassing. Even 2 years ago when I'm taking to Disneyland, At one point, I was like, I'm done, Terry. My knees are on fucking fire, both of them. So I'm going to use a little CBD Lion while we're here talking. I fucking, if you want later on, I'll have Mike take a picture and we can post it for you. I don't want to show you the stitches. I made a little video for you guys yesterday, but I made it in the wrong place. I was going to place up just to show you the leg, but you guys seen enough horror with Tom Segura. You know what I'm saying? You guys have endured enough with Uncle Tom. So I just wanted to... So what I'm doing now is just putting the CBD around the area. Because one place I have a lot of pain is in the thigh. So I just put the little fucking thing on it, blah, 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 blah. And here we go, you bad motherfuckers. That's how this works. This is what I'm trying to say to you. And I'm eating the gummies to replace the... I don't want to get... Listen, at 58, if you think I want to be one of those guys right now that gets caught up on pain pills, I can't do it. I already did my 27-year term with cocaine. I can't be chasing pills right now. So I'll play the pain game a little bit. Listen, man, it was so funny how in the hospital I'm sitting and I'm like, I can't believe that in every aspect of life, no matter what, again, I'm using plumbers, dentists, doctors, laborers. When you have pain, it gets you to the next level. It's amazing how sometimes we have to go through pain to get to that next level. Like, yeah, this is going to be great in 6 weeks. But it's going to... That fucking physical therapy today hurt so bad, I had to take a nap afterward for 2 hours. I mean, walk back. And I'm doing a little extra there. Like, I'm doing a little extra. Like, I've been walking. She tells me to get up every hour on the hour. You guys know for years when I write, I do 1:15. And I got to write this weekend. Because I was at peace. I was at the hospital, so I got half the chapter written. So my deal is coming through. My deal I made to you guys, I don't care about anything else this year. I just want to write that book. I could care less about stand-up comedy. I care about the podcast. I care about communicating with you guys. But stand-up comedy right now, the travels, I have no interest. I don't know why. Especially what happened after Washington last week. Like I just told Jim Florentine, who was here with his son to bring dinner, and I said to him, with comics, what if you get on a plane and you're going to Kansas City, and when you land, you go on Twitter or whatever, and all of a sudden, there's a fucking war going on 2 blocks from your comedy club or from your hotel. I got a wife. I got a kid. I'm not missing meals. There's no reason for me to go out there right now. It's too crazy. It's not that I'm scared. I just don't want to do something I don't have to. Why walk on landmines when you don't have to, But it was just so weird how in every fucking... I remember when I started comedy from 91 to 98, I was in pain because I was so bad as a comic. You ever been in pain? Like, I was so bad as a comic and I wanted to be good that I was in pain, But after I got a little better and I started getting, in Seattle was where I felt myself becoming a comic. But you have to overcome pain to get to the next level. And like I said, even with this, there was a point today after that PT lady left, my whole leg was on fucking fire. That podcast I put up in Patreon, because I didn't give you this on Monday, but I didn't want to leave my Patreon people on a fucking lurch. So I left them a little 22-minute Joey Diaz project just to let them know. Those 22 minutes, just from sitting here yesterday and the chair going up against my thigh, made my leg swell up. So, right now I'm comfortable. If I feel anything, I'll get the fuck out of here. You guys got to see me. I look good. I look healthy. I'm happy. I'm so happy I got this over with. If you guys knew the pussy I am when it comes to this shit, half of the anxiety I had left is gone. Because if I was going to have anxiety, it was going to be last week. Between the 2 shows, the fucking needles, the echocardiogram, the stress test. The stress test was a motherfucker too, I ain't going to lie to you, but I passed with flying colors. It just was a great week. You know why? Because I did something. I went out of my comfort zone. I love going out of my comfort zone. In the last 8 months, I haven't gotten out of my comfort zone. There's been, I haven't done dick. It's not like I could call Bill Burr and follow him. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bill, Do 10 minutes. Let me go up behind you and be out of my comfort zone. I got nobody, like nobody's doing dick. So I really haven't pushed my comfort zone. So the surgery meant a lot more and a lot different levels. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it just wasn't a new knee. It was a new step for me. Even at 58, you know, you still got to grow. So would I do this 20 years ago? If it wasn't for that chick upstairs, I wouldn't have done none of this. I would have been dead from sleep apnea already. She's the one that had to beg me to go to the doctor when the sleep apnea fucking was dooming on me. So I wouldn't even have fucking done shit if it wasn't for her. And this is the real reason. I tell you guys this from my heart because this is Uncle Joey's joint. I always want to be honest with you. Her dad had this option when he was 50 and he didn't want to do his knees over. Then he had a heart attack and now they couldn't do the knees. So now he has a hard time walking. I love my father-in-law. I love my in-laws. But my wife like pulled me aside and she's like, I don't want what happened to my dad to happen to you. If something happens to your heart, then your heart isn't strong enough to withdraw to, you know, the surgery. But I'll tell you one thing that the doctor told me afterward. And the PT guy told me my first bend was 68, which I think the first, you know, they measure with like a fucking Puerto Rican protractor. Remember the protractor? You stab them and you made a circle. Did you have a protractor, Mike, when you were a kid? They make you go through. I thought they stopped teaching them because they were no good. When was the last time you used a protractor to make a circle? You used it in the 4th grade, then you didn't use them again. Who gives a fuck about a protractor? But, yeah, the first day was 63 or something, and today it was 70. And one thing that the one lady said to me, she goes, did you work out before this? And I go, I really did. And I stretched every day, and I did Puerto Rican yoga every day, you know, downward dogs. I did everything I could. I went to the gym 3 times a week. I got ready for this physically. You know, last Monday at the gym, I worked so hard I had a fucking anxiety attack from picking up 45-pound plates and just fucking going up and down like a fucking baboon. But I wanted to be ready. I wanted my heart to be ready, you know. I just, over 50, lifting weights is the fountain of youth. You know, it takes care of so many things, cortisol, diabetes, you know, bone strength, you know, fucking muscles. I mean, it just does wonders for you. So I'm happy I did the work. I'm happy you guys supported me on it. And that's it, man. Sometimes we got to do what we don't got to do. This is going to have a positive result. I'm going to have an easier time on stage. You know, I was never having a hard time on stage. Just after I went back after the 2 shows, after 2 hours of standing, I'd go back to my room and I'd have to put my leg up with fucking ice. I didn't tell people that as I was going on, but, you know, this will be a lot better for me. So I'll be a lot better comic. I'll be healthier. This will let me move more. Maybe start running again. You guys know I love to run. I haven't run since I got out of prison. I used to love to run. I used to do the 3Ks and shit in Boulder. You know I'm all about that shit. But now on a lighter note, something happened last night. I woke up in the middle of the night to a very, very, very disturbing fucking message. I had watched The King of Staten Island, you know, and I loved it. You know, I'm a big Pete Davidson fan. Pete's a great kid. And I watched Bill Burr, and fucking Bill Burr was great in that movie. I mean, I watched Bill grow over the years. It was just great to watch that movie. Every scene he was in, you know, and what's her name? The chick that plays the mother. I forget the name now. She made a comeback with The Wrestler. She played Pete Davidson's mother in the movie. That lady won a fucking Oscar for fucking My Cousin Vinny, didn't she?
Marissa Tomei?
Marissa Tomei. I think she won an Oscar for that. So here's a comic, a Comedy Store comic. Let's throw that in. Going up against Marissa Tomei, and you couldn't tell the fucking difference.
Dude, he's great in The Mandalorian.
Oh, he's great. No, I haven't watched The Mandalorian. You know what? You know I don't like none of that outer space shit. But this shit was he fucking rocked my world so hard that I text him and I put the phone down and I fell asleep. And I woke up like a fucking 2:30 in the morning, and I got a text back from him. Like he was happy to hear from me, which I was in shock. And I had a phone call missed and a message from Red Band telling me that Jeff Scott had died. For you people who don't know who Jeff Scott is, I know you've seen 1,000 things on Facebook and Twitter today. Jeff Scott was the piano player at the fucking Comedy Store. Great guy. I guess he died of a heart attack at 58, December 18th, or December, no, not going to be December 18th. His birthday, he turned 58, December 18th, or something like that. This is my tribute to Jeff, and I'm going to be honest with you guys about a lot of things in this conversation, because whenever there's death, you got to have a little humor to it. Jeff was a great guy. Jeff caught HIV in the 80s. And I get to the Comedy Store. You know, when you get to the Comedy Store, you want to be friends with people. People ask you if you want to get high. Yeah, you know. And one day he came up to me. He goes, Joe, you want to get high? And I love Jeff. I'm like, yeah, Jeff, let's go. Let's get high. I didn't care. I didn't be gay or whatever. That had nothing to do with me. And we smoked the joint. After the joint, he looked at me. He goes, you know I got HIV, right? And I'm like, well, I was like ready to spit out of my mouth, but it didn't really, you know, I know I couldn't get HIV from smoking a joint with Jeff, but it was just weird that after we smoked the joint, you just happened to drop that bomb on me. But it made me love him more. This happened in 97, and it made me love him more. Jeff worked at the store, I think 6 nights a week. He watched every comic in that room. And he had been there for I don't know how many years, 25 years plus. He had seen everybody, you know. He pulled me aside when I came back to the Comedy Store in 2014. And after he saw my first set back, he pulled me aside. This is my secret to you guys. This is my Jeff Scott story to you guys. He pulled me aside and he said that I had become a different comic than when I was there in 2007 and 2006. He goes, I want to do something different with you from now on. He goes, you're that badass of a comic. I want you to stick out this much. I want you to come out to music. And I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, but I want you to come out. He goes, I know you could dance. He goes, I've seen you dance. You could dance, you fat fuck. He goes, come out to the BT Express. Come on and do it. Do it till you're satisfied, right? So I'm like, are you serious? So whenever I would go up, that song would start. I don't know if you've ever heard that song. It's tremendous. I'm going to open up Tuesday morning with it today. I'm going to open up. You're going to hear the song this morning if you listen to my intro on Patreon. It's one out of respect for Jeff. And I already used it a couple weeks ago, but I don't give a fuck. This is out of respect for Jeff. So that was our song. That was our song. And the song starts off like, dum, 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 dum. So somebody would go, coming up to the stage, Joey Diaz, and you would hear, gum, dum, 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 dum. And I would go up on stage and dance, and I would go, oh shit, some Harvey Weinstein music, and fucking they would go bananas. Jeff would laugh, I would laugh, and we'd have a great time. But it was Jeff who pulled me aside, and he goes, you gotta come out to music and fucking come out fucking rocking and dancing. I was like, Jeff, if you're telling me that, because Jeff knew the room. Jeff and I had been together since 97 in that room. And he'll talk to you after every set. He wasn't a comic. He was a Pee Wee Herman impersonator. And he was fantastic as a Pee Wee Herman impersonator. You ever been a fan of something? Have you ever been a fan? Like, I'm really ashamed of my life that I'm not a fan of anything. Like, when you go to the Florentines' house, they're a fan of the Miami Dolphins. They don't miss a game. When the team loses, they all fucking hurt. You know, it's like, fuck, they throw things. They're a true fan. They're a true fan of the Miami Dolphins. They love the Miami Dolphins, okay? I don't give a fuck who you're a fan of. It has nothing to do with me and our friendship. But Jeff Scott was a real fan of the Comedy Store. I don't know if I could explain that to you. He really enjoyed his job. He really enjoyed the comedians. And he really loved us. And every time I saw him, gay or not, I gave him a big fucking hug and I squeezed his ass sometime. You know me, I'm fucking crazy with gay guys. I would squeeze his ass and say, Jeff, your ass is getting too skinny. How you going to get dick if you got that skinny little bony ass? And he would die of laughter, whatever. But Jeff was just a good guy. And every Tuesday I would go there a little early. And in between the 15 minutes, because all his job to do was when I went up on stage, when I finished, and I'd go, coming to the stage, this guy's been on Comedy Central. Mike Klein, he would play the music, like any piano music, bring, like Liberace, and then you would go on stage, So he would, in between that, he would get up and come outside and smoke pot and talk to the comics, and then he'd be on a timer. He'd come tell me, there's 2 more before you, or 3 more before you, or 2 more before you, or what's his name canceled. But that's what I remember from Jeff, man, that he was a sweet guy. And I went online today and I saw so many fucking people mention him. And I mean, he meant a lot to a lot of people. I've never met anybody that had a rude word about Jeff or the guy that works in the main room. I forget his name, that I've been with him there for 20 years. The sound guy in the main room has always been a sweetheart. I mean, I look at the Comedy Store now and I'm like, every day, between you and I lost hope. I don't think it'll ever open again. And I'm happy we went out on top. We went out on top. There's no 2 ways about it. When we got out of that store February 3rd, whenever they closed it, March 15th, have no mistakes. We were the hottest club in the fucking country, and I was part of it. And Jeff completed that family. Just because he played the piano, nobody looked down on him. If you ever said anything to Jeff, I think you'd have 8 guys on top of you punching the fuck out of you. And I know me and Rogan would be 2 of those fucking guys, because that's how much we love Jeff. Jeff was that special. I can't even imagine doing comedy now with another different piano player, because he was there. He was my comfort. You know when these idiots get on a plane with a fucking chihuahua with one eye that's big and like a tooth missing? He's my comfort animal. Comfort, that's the ugliest fucking animal I've ever seen in your life. You can only bring comfort to a witch, that fucking thing. He brought comfort to us. Yeah, he brought comfort to us as a comic. So now I look at the store and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is really not going to happen, because he was the fucking heart and soul of that place. I mean, I don't give a fuck what anybody tells you. Bill Burr was a big part of it. Ali Wong was a big part of it. Rogan, thank God, DeLee in his heyday, a lot of people came to see him, but Jeff Scott made it all fit. I don't know if I could explain that to you. When I go to other comedy clubs in the country, that's just a DJ. And that's what the kid does. And 9 out of 10, no disrespect to any of you guys, you're as dumb as fuck. If Joey Diaz is a white audience, why are you playing Earth, Wind, and Fire? You know what I'm saying? Because they're so used to many African-American acts, which I'm not ashamed of or pissed off at or anything. But they would not switch. They don't even have common sense. You see a bunch of white people coming in for fucking John Mulaney, and they got like the worst rap music on in the back, like "Give me your tits, give me your tits."
I asked you. What do you want to play?
Yeah, no. Sometimes they come to me and they're like, and I would tell them after the first night, knock it off. All Sabbath as they're getting sat down.
Yeah.
As they're sitting down, it's Sabbath, Aerosmith, Leonard Skinner. None of that fucking why you shit. No fucking reggaeton. Don't get me in a bad fucking mood. That reggaeton shit drives me. That shit drives me fucking crazy. It drives me fucking crazy. But no, I don't. This death really fucked a lot of people up today. I've gotten over 20 calls on it today. People that have been gone from the store for 10 years and over called today. One guy called crying. A dear friend of mine, he moved back to Boston 10, 12 years ago. He was like, Jeff used to give me piano lessons. I used to go to his house and he'd give me piano lessons for $20 an hour and shit like that. Jeff helped so many of us that it was mind-boggling, man. So, I love Peter Shaw. I love the store. I love everything about it. But this is just one more step of me telling me the store will never come back, because he was such an integral part of that fucking place. I don't know if anybody else could ever take over those shoes. They had another piano guy who was a cool guy, but he was kind of a pain in the ass. This guy, I'll tell you what he did one time, hysterical. You could tell the guy was in need of pussy, right? So what did he do? He went for the Pussy 101 manual. He went and adopted a dog, because when you adopt a dog, women will talk to you. Oh, it's so kind of you. You saved the dog. He saved the ugliest dog you ever seen in your fucking life. I remember pulling them over one night and going, let me talk to you about something. You haven't gotten pussy in 2 years. You got a chance to save a good dog. You saved the ugliest fucking dog in the world, and now no chicks want to talk to you, dumb fuck. He only worked on Sunday nights, so I only had to put up with him on Sundays or Mondays. I forget. He worked on an off night. Jeff worked all the other nights. But what I'm trying to say is rest in peace, Jeff. Thank you. Thank you for all those late nights of being there till 2:30 in the morning. Thank you for fucking recommending that music to me. And I looked at him and I go, why BT Express? I love the song. I fucking grew up on that jam. Come on and do it. Do it. Do it till you're satisfied, whatever it is. That's a fucking jam. I go, what makes you think of this song? He goes, I don't know. I heard it the other day and I just thought about you. I thought that you would come out and kill to it. So rest in peace, Jeff Scott. All your years and all your service were appreciated, especially by me. There was a lot of nights I walked in there, and I had my anxiety, I had all my other problems going on, and just seeing your kind smile and give me a hug and me grabbing your ass would be worth the trip. If any fellow comics watch this, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, what Jeff meant to us. So thank you, Jeff Scott. Rest in peace, and say hello to Mitzi for me. And I'm sure with this shitty heart, I'll see you in a couple years and shit. If I fucking don't keep lifting weights. And that's it, and that's that, brothers and sisters. My leg's starting to hurt. So thank you very much for being patient with me. I'm waiting on Ozzy's Boneyard date still. Thank you for supporting me. You guys they played the show 10 times because of you motherfuckers. They were supposed to play it 5 times. That's how much support you motherfuckers gave me. So,
that's great.
I don't know what to tell you motherfuckers, I'm sorry about last week. I'm sorry about, the pain we're in as like a country in a way. What happened last week and the whole thing. I ain't mad at nobody. I'm not here to criticize anybody. When you see 1,000 people walking into the White House, that means anybody could do it at any time.
Yeah.
So all I got to do is come up with 200 yahoos and I could go to the fucking White House. I would have made a call and I would have had snipers out there. And I would have made a point, Jack. Start picking these motherfuckers off so nobody ever thinks of fucking doing this again. Nobody ever thinks of doing this shit again. And I'm not political, but that's the fucking White House. There has to be some respect. That's the capital of our fucking country. There has to be some respect at some fucking angle here. All those animals walking up the stairs. They were trying to rape Nancy Pelosi. She got nice titties and shit, but Nancy Pelosi isn't fucking rapeable. She got nice titties. You ever see those things? Those things are banging. That bitch makes $25 million a year. Her feet ain't crooked or anything. I saw her feet once. Her toenails are done. She's still slinging pussy, Nancy Pelosi. The hair's done. She don't give a fuck, Nancy Pelosi. She's on 60 Minutes Sunday night. And I'm like, look at those titties on Nancy Pelosi. She ain't fucking around. She's 82. Those things are harder than death.
I know, these are face.
There's 22-year-old chicks that wish they had Nancy Pelosi's titties. I love you guys. Thank you very much for supporting me. Thank you. I'm sorry about being late with the podcast. We'll be back on Wednesday. Ready to rock. Tip-top Magoo. Thank you for all the support. And I'll see you on Patreon, Facebook. I'm all over the place. I'm like dog shit. I'm everywhere. So thank you very much. If you're on Patreon, enjoy the album of the week. We're making it happen over there. $3, $5, and $10. What the fuck? Even Netflix is $17. And what are you going to do? Watch they got 80 shows about Pablo Escobar. That's what I want to pay for. 80 shows about Pablo Escobar. Go fuck yourself. I love you guys. Have a great day. Thank you for waiting on me. This is because of you. I look good. I'm healthy. I sound good. It's because of the chance you guys gave me. I wasn't going to let it down. I've been taking care of myself. So we're going to have a great fucking year together. Uncle Vinny dates are going to go up for February and March. I'll let my Patreon people know first. And I'll put the dates on Twitter. And that's it and that's that. I love you guys. Have a great day. Thank you for everything. And rest in peace, Jeff Scott. You'll be missed. You were loved. And you were appreciated. Trust me when I'm fucking telling you. Thank you. Enjoy the ads, cocksuckers. All right, I want to thank you guys. I'm sorry about having the podcast on Tuesday. The surgery slowed me down. I wanted to come in here tip-top Magoo and not give you fucking bullshit. But before I get out of here, let's talk a little bit. This weekend is the playoffs, all right? You got 2 or 3 games on Saturday, 2 or 3 on Sunday. I don't know. I think it's 2, but it doesn't fucking matter. What you have on Saturday and Sunday is fucking action. What do you got tonight? Action. College basketball, pro basketball. This is the season to be jolly. And DraftKings is here. Who's DraftKings? The top-rated sportsbook. If you haven't tried them yet, what the fuck are you waiting for? To celebrate the NFL playoffs this weekend, DraftKings is giving all new players a great offer. This weekend, bet on any football team. Hear me out. Any football game at 100-1 odds. Did you hear what I'm saying? 100-1 odds. That's right. All you got to do is bet a fucking dollar on any football game this weekend for a chance to win $100. Plus, the basketball season is tipped off. So head to the app right now. Today, Tuesday, check out tonight's daily boosts. If you haven't signed up yet, what the fuck are you waiting for? Now is the time. You're just sitting there in your office all day. You could study, you could analyze, and you could play smart bets, not be a fucking savage. But first, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. It's safe, secure, reliable. It's your money. Deposit and withdraw at your convenience. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app today, not tomorrow, right now. Use promo code Joey when you sign up to get 100-1 odds on any football game this weekend. Are you fucking crazy, guys? That's code Joey, Joey, for new players to get a shot at $100 on any football action this weekend. For limited time at DraftKings Sportsbook. Now, you know the rules. You got to be 21 or older. New Jersey, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Colorado. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. You got a gambling problem? There is help. Don't put yourself in this hole. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. And if you're in Indiana, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. But if you don't got no problems and you're ready to rock and you got a bankroll, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code Joey, and let's make some fucking money this weekend. The joint is also brought to you by ZipRecruiter. You're like, Joey, what the fuck is ZipRecruiter? ZipRecruiter is tremendous. For a lot of us, our home is more than just our fucking home right now, all right? It's an office in the basement. Your kid's set up somewhere else in school. Your wife is a fucking, she wants to be a singer. She's singing fucking Arab songs in the basement. If you're a business owner, you manage people these days, your home might also be a hiring office. You don't want people coming to your house. That's where ZipRecruiter comes in. ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster and easier because you can do it all from one convenient place. La Casa, that's ZipRecruiter.com/church. No matter where you're hiring from, whether you got a small business or a big fucking company, ZipRecruiter does the work for you. How? ZipRecruiter has special matching technology that scans thousands of resumes and only sends the most qualified people for the job. If you're really interested in a candidate, you can invite them to apply with just one click. That's it. ZipRecruiter sends an email to you and you stand out from the competition. It's no wonder that 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. You ever try to hire people for a job? They come in, they're missing an eye, they're all jacked up. This don't happen with ZipRecruiter. And right now, try ZipRecruiter for free. Free, free at ZipRecruiter.com/church. That's ZipRecruiter.com/church, CHURCH. All you need is a Wi-Fi to try it for free. That's it. Go to ZipRecruiter.com right now /church. It's the smartest way to hire, especially in these times. The joint is also brought to you by, listen, I can't say enough good things about it. You guys who've been following me know they've been around forever. Every 2 weeks, I got a new guy trying to send me CBD products, and I'll be honest with you, nothing matches up to CBD Lion. When I tell you nothing, nothing. From the roll-on, to the gummies, to the kinesiology tape, to the bath balls, to the tincture, which is fucking phenomenal. Listen, vapor pen. If you got an ailment, go to cbdlion.com. Read the website. Look at the third-party lab results. Why are you wasting your time buying it at some fucking shoe store or some fucking liquor store from some chick who don't know dick from dick? CBD Lion is the way to go. You understand me? Press in code JOEY or church and get 20% off delivered to your fucking house. It's that simple, all right? I'll see you guys on fucking Wednesday. Stay black. Thank you for supporting me. And my knee is alive and kicking. I'm ready to rock. Stay black. There you go. The candle's unlit, cocksuckers.